Welcome back to Rust Book Chapter 9. We're slowly almost done with the book. I think there's only 17 chapters, so let's hang in there, guys. Today we're going to talk about panic and result. So Rust only has two moods. It's crash now or handle it like a pro. And today you'll learn exactly when to panic and when to return result. Panic aborts the current thread. An example here is our function divide. We have a and b and returning a result. If you are checking for b is equal to 0, you know that you have a division by 0, and division by 0 is a no-no in programming. Next up, file IO parsing, network calls. As you can see in our function parse priority, we pass it a string and we have a result of uint8 and string. So when we parse this, you can see that we check for our map error, and if it's not properly parsed, then we have an invalid priority. Moving on, next is match. Did you know that there is unwrap/expect, which are shortcuts? So for example here, we have p is equal to match parse priority of 2. We can either get the value back, which is an okay, or an error where the priority doesn't show up. Same thing here with the must be a number. We can do 42, we can parse it using a parse module, and we can expect it to be a number that's required. Moving on, we have the question mark operator. So the question mark returns early with the error, converting types when needed. It keeps code clean. Our example here, we are importing our file module as well as our read module. And as you can see in our function read all, we pass it a path string, and we have a result of string or IO error. And we are doing a mutable s to grab the string to make room for the string. And then we have an f that grabs the path, and we're just reading to the string using our s that we've created. All right, guys. So today, we're going to take whatever you learned about 3 minutes ago from that animation into our project right now, which is the task project. So we're going to start off with the save task. All we're going to do is we're going to take our tasks and we're going to essentially save them to a text file. And for that, we're going to use the file module. Next, we're going to load the tasks. So we're going to take back our tasks from the file module and we're going to bring them back. So let's do it. First things first, we're going to create a new file here. We're going to call it storage.rs because that's just what we're going to call it. Next, we're going to give it the file, and we're going to give it the IO. The file lets you essentially, what I'm trying to say, the file lets you essentially have access to the file module, so you can use the functions such as reading to lines, while the read and write are the actual helpers or tools that you can write to the file, right? So that's why. And I think I also need the standard collections maybe, because we are going to be referencing vectors, but let's see, we'll get to that when we get to it, I guess. Okay, so anyways, nothing fancy here. We're going to first off start with a load tasks. To load our tasks, we need to give it a path, so we're going to give it a path. And then we're also going to need to reference the tasks that we already have in RAM. So we're going to do tasks. I think this is the right, is it vector tasks? This might be the right logic here. And we're going to return result. We're going to return result. I guess it's this. Or IO error. I think that's right. Yeah, okay. Sorry. So we're going to have load task and save tasks. So to load tasks, we're going to actually just do that. We're going to load. Let's call it save tasks. That way I don't have to redo it. And to load tasks, all we need is the path. Right. And then this one's also going to be a result of vector tasks. Otherwise, it's an IO error. Also. So, first of all, I want to save the tasks. So, what do we need? Well, we need a mutable file first. So, we're going to call it file open, and we're going to give it the path. Right? And then we just learned about this, the question mark. So if my file path can't be opened, we'll be able to easily, what's the word I'm looking for? We'll be able to easily, my God, my brain's not working today. We'll be able to easily make sure that the file exists. Thank you. Thank you, Brian. Thank you. Yeah, okay. Anyways, so that's the mutable. So now we're going to do a for t. I don't think I need that. For t in tasks. So this is going to check all of our tasks. We're going to grab the status, which is, as you know, an actual match. So we're going to check our status here. And we're going to do this for simplicity. Hopefully I remember how. Really? Okay, there we go. Oh, that's an L, man. Okay, whatever. Let's do that way instead. Just didn't want to write it all. To do, we're going to call it to do to string, because it's not technically a string, it's a status. And same thing with video edit, it's a video edit percentage, I think. Wow, sorry, my brain is just not working today. I meant to say in progress. So it's in progress, and we're going to give it the value that we're passing in, which would be p at this point. Dude, I don't know where you guys live, but it's hot in here, and I think I am just like dying under the sweat right now, honestly. Okay, I think that's right. I think that's right. So that'll be the status essentially. Then we're gonna copy this with the task type as well, and we're going to make sure that it's also task type. Okay, and then we're gonna do the same thing. Task. 3 of these. We have email to string. Video edit to video edit to string, and then lastly we have research, and I think research had its own thing inside, so that means we're gonna have to format this guy using macro research. There we go. So those are our 3 for our matches. Then we had the due date, which would be t due date dot clone unwrap or default. Oh my God, I'm sweating in here. So what this essentially does is it takes our file. It says we're gonna write to our file. We're gonna write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Because technically we have 7 things in our task. So we're gonna do the title first, then the priority, then the tag, then the status, then the task type, then the do, and the description. Okay. And then for simplicity, let's do it this way so I can kind of keep track of everything. Boom. Status, task type, and due date. So those are the only two that we really needed to kind of work on. And then we're going to, once again, put a question mark here to make sure that we're actually writing. And if we're not writing, well, what can we do to fix that? And essentially, our return here would be nothing. And then I did this wrong because I'm trying to return nothing. No, that's right. I'm trying to return nothing. Okay, good. Title, priority, tag, status, task type, due, description. And I think I have to pass it the I think I have to pass it this. Possibly. Because it's not recognizing some of these. How did I do it again? Use task. These guys. There we go. Boom. Okay. So now those should be recognized. My right line's not being recognized though, for some reason. Did I write this wrong? Okay, we'll know when it doesn't build, technically. So next, we're gonna load the task, and to load the task, we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to have a reference of the mutable path, but now we're gonna need a new mutable called string, because essentially we want to read from the string. I think it's this, if I remember correctly. Then we're going to make sure that we are actually able to read from it. That's why the question mark's there. Then we're going to create a task with the vector new. So this is going to reference our tasks. I think this is how you reference the task. Probably. Alright, anyways. Next, we're going to take for every line in s.lines, because that's how you access each of the lines within the buffer. We're going to grab the parts, basically these guys that we made. These are essentially parts. And is it because of the F? Do I need an F there? I feel like these are supposed to be like... Anyways, we'll figure it out. We're going to consider them vectors of string, and we're going to split our line based on our slashes we made, and then we're going to collect them. From there, we're going to see if parts dot length is less than 7. Then let's just ignore it. So essentially, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? So if we don't have all 7, then that means it's not a complete task technically. So we should just ignore it. Next, we're gonna do a title. We're gonna say that should be our first item because that's what we said it will be. We're going to give that a first title. Then we're going to do priority. We're going to give that a first item. But the priority is technically a number, so we need to change it back to a number, and then we're going to do another unwrap or, and we're going to give it a default of 1. Technically, yes, we could put a question mark here too, just in case, to see if the priority was not properly done. But I think the default actually fixes that. So anyways, yeah, moving on. Parts 2. We're going to string that because it's just a tag. Next, we need the status. I'm gonna do parts 3 on that. And the status has a match. Right, so we need a match on the parts 3. And we need a check to make sure our match is correct. So we're going to do a to do. If it's a to do, then we want to change it to a status to do. If not, then we know that x if x dot starts with in progress, then we can check our progress rate. So we're going to let p equal to the trim with the match start, with trim start matches. And we're just gonna check that guy. Technically, see if wherever that guy ends, that's where we're going to get our p, because that's our whole p. Then we're gonna parse it. Gonna parse it again to be a number because it's a number, and we're going to unwrap it again, and if we don't have an actual number, we're just going to give it a status of d, status of 0, and we're going to say that's the status in progress of p. That was also so we could get the p value, by the way, guys, just letting you know. The last one is done. And we're going to just give it the status done. Yep. And just for good measure, we're going to have a wildcard of to do, just in case we messed up somehow and we didn't actually get the proper status, or we didn't actually save the proper status. Next is the task type. Same thing. We're going to check the parts 4 value of it. We're going to check if it's an email. We're going to check if it's an email. Otherwise, maybe it's a video edit, and if it is a video edit, task type video edit. Where are we in the video edit? Sorry. Same thing we're going to do for research. We're essentially checking to see if we can find the end with this trim. Again, that will be our topic. So we just want to get the trim that start matches with research. And the trim that end matches with the comma thing, and then we're just going to create that into a string. So we're going to start with in progress, and then we're going to find our topic by checking our trim matches research, and then it is inside in trim matches the closing bracket, and then we're just going to create that as a toString. And then we're going to finally set that as our task type of research. Now, don't be afraid to make mistakes here, because I believe that, like, sorry, 1 second. What am I doing wrong here? That guy, so yeah. There we go. Okay, I was confused for a second. Don't be afraid to make mistakes, because I believe that you should always go through and do like a quick debug check on your end all the time. So like when this is running, we're going to kind of go through the debugger, make sure we didn't miss anything, and make sure our code is nice and clean. So if it's empty, then we're going to say none. Otherwise, we're going to give it some parts to string, basically. I'm going to do some parts to string. Some parts 5.to string. And then let's see if I can just bring that down to string. All right. Last one is our option. We're gonna create that as part 6. I'll do just another string for that. Yeah. So that's pretty much it. I think we're done here. Description, actually. Sorry. So that's all of our 7 things. So now we're going to create essentially a task with this, right? Because we grabbed all of the values so that we can toss it into a task. So we've created a task. We're going to tag it. We're going to give it the status, the description. And then we're going to push it to our vector. And this is going to be done until we're done. And then now we're going to return our tasks, because we have a return type of tasks. And that's pretty much it, I think, in terms of loading and checking tasks. Yeah, loading and checking tasks, pretty much done. Okay, moving on. We're going to have to change our main, right? So let me 1 second. Let me do something real quick. Okay. Okay. All right. Create our tasks. Save tasks. Good. Okay, finally. Now we're going to move on to actually running our tasks. So we're going to make our main have a result type, so that way we know if there's an error happening. And we're going to do, actually no, cut that out. Okay, finally we're moving on to actually writing our tasks and loading our tasks in. So to do this, we're going to have to grab our storage module. Storage, and I think that's it. I think that's all we need. And then we need to use our storage module. And we have load tasks and save tasks from those two. So we created our mutable tasks last time. We pushed some tasks. Yeah. So instead of listing our tasks, Borrow. I don't think I need this. Possibly. Yeah, let's get rid of that. Let's save our tasks. So, to save our tasks, we need to give it a path. We're just going to call it tasks.txt, and we're going to give it our tasks. So, that'll save our tasks. Then we're going to create another function called loading our tasks, where we're going to take our tasks.txt and we're going to load it. And if it doesn't load, we'll know there's a problem. And okay, let's try that. I don't think it'll work on the first try. There's probably lots of errors. We'll figure it out though together. All right, so many errors. Oh my goodness. Okay. What's the first error? Ah, cool. I missed a colon there. Is that why? Okay. Expected expression forward keyword found mute. Expected expression. Found keyword mute. File not found for module task. Is it tasks? No, it's mod task. Hello? Why is it not found? Mod task. Oh, it's lowercase t. Let's try running again. Okay, more errors. Expected expression mute at s. What's wrong with this guy? What did I do wrong here? I'm confused. Registering. I think I wanted to make. I think when you do a pass by reference, or essentially a borrow, you need to do an and in front of the mute. Okay. File not found. Still not found. Why? Mod task. Hello? Source, storage, task.rs. Excuse me? Maybe I don't need to do a vector there. I'll just call it new. Oh. It's like that. Okay, but I think it's fine. I don't think I need the. I don't think I need it. Okay. I am sweating. Expected one of dot colon or an operator found comma. Why would it expect that? I'm confused. Because I want this to return the topic, I guess. Shouldn't have put a comma there. File not found for module task. To create the module task, create file task.rs or source task.rs. Should not find type tasks in the scope. Might be missing a type parameter. Let's see how many more I have. Is it the same ones? I just don't know. To create the module task, create file, source storage, task RS, or source storage, task mod RS. If there's a mod task elsewhere in the crate already, import it, use crate instead. Oh, do I not need the mod maybe? Can I just use that? Wait, maybe. Okay. Help exists. Help, a similar path exists. Unresolved import task. Cannot find type tasks in this scope. That's the first problem. How do I solve that problem? How do I create? Use the create task. Oh. Okay. Let's solve my problems. Solve all my problems. Let's see what other problems there are. Okay. Next problem. My save tasks cannot have a vector of task. Like an and vector of tasks. Oh, sorry, it's tasks, not task. Okay. Oh, it even, wow. You might be missing a type parameter. Cannot find type tasks. Made the same mistake. Made the same mistake. Not found in this scope. IO errors not found in this scope. What do you mean? Why is that not found in the scope? One at a time, one at a time. Okay. Alright. Why are there so many errors, man? IO error. Once again. Keep making that mistake. Standard IO. Once again, I make the mistake. Private function. Pub. Make those public. Warnings. Okay, we're getting close. I can feel it. Unused, import, hash, that doesn't matter, warnings are fine. No associated name, email found for struct task. What? Task. Email, right there. Why wouldn't you find it? Oh, is it task type? Did I mess up? There we go. One, two. Oh, it's saying I don't need it. Technically, I guess I don't need it. Okay. No associated name, email, fix that. No associated name there, no attempt. Okay. Attempt to take the value of method parse on type and string. Attempt to take parsing a U8. Come on. How many more? Warning, error. Cannot use on a function that returns. Oh. Okay. Good to know. Apparently, even my main needs a return type. This is cool. I love the fact that Rust just tells me what I need to do to make it so I can use the question operator. Don't know what this does though. Dynamic, standard, error. Is that dynamic? Could be. Boom! It's building! Holy! It didn't build! Oh. Can't find the file specified. Do I have to make the file? That would suck. Well, this is where I put my debugger on. And I run my handy debugger. I think it's code LDDB. I think it's chapter 3. So I've been copying these project files, so I guess it's considered chapter 3. Whatever. So as you can see, my tasks have 2 tasks. Sick. So let's try and save the task. So my path is tasks.txt, and when I try and open it, it fails because I don't have a task.txt. But I don't know where it's supposed to be. Probably just outside. Let's just put it right there. It should have created it for me, but whatever, I guess. Boom. Okay. Come on. Nope. Alright. Let's see. OS code 2 not found message. The system cannot find the file specified. Great. ChatGPT. Rust current working directory command. Let's see if Rust will tell me. I mean, the current directory. I need standard environment. Let's go with the standard environment. Then I just need current working directory path.display. So I don't know why backtrace dot. Don't tell me I put that in backtrace. Oh, lovely, lovely, lovely. I'm so good at typing. So good at knowledge. So knowledgeable. Okay, let's see if that works. What? Now what's the problem? Unused import hash, warning, unused import, warning, error, cannot compile due to one previous error. Warnings entitled. Expected a comma. Found tasks. Oh. Haha, silly me. Cargo. Oh, I was wondering what. Cargo run. Not a value. Environment. Okay. I guess I can't just do a print line. I need the whole match statement because I need to access current directory. Okay. Sure. That's not what I meant to do, but okay. Current directory. VS Code Rust. VS Code Rust. Oh. So I need this guy to move outside into like this guy, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. Let's try that again. Now that I know that, it needs to be fully outside. Fully outside. Okay, good. Boom, it opened. And did I write it? Let's see, moment of truth. I don't see anything. Hello? What do you mean? Okay. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Okay. Open the file. What do I have? I have status is to do. Task type is video edit. And I didn't have a due date for it. My current tasks. Whoa. Let's look at the T, I guess. Because I can't look at tasks apparently. That's in that pointer. Title is edit video. Title is edit video. Description is nothing. Priority is 2. Tag is Rust. Status is to do. Task type is video edit. Task type is video edit. Task type video edit. The do is nothing. So why won't it take this? Is that not the right way to write line? Why is my right line failing? You're right as bad because you're opening the file with which opens the file for reading. You need to open the file for writing. Oh, I'm silly. Because you're open file with open, which is good for you need to open the file for writing. Probably truncate your pending. Fix path with crypt path or use open options. Okay. Sure. Let's try that again. Okay. Okay. That worked. Okay, that worked. Okay. Okay. And then loaded. 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 Where's loaded? Boom. Okay. And just like that, we have tasks that we've saved into ROM, essentially, because this is accessible through volatile power cycles. It's accessible through power cycles is basically what it is. And there we go. That's the whole new iteration of our project. We've added reading and writing with our loading of tasks and our saving of tasks. Great. Oh my god. Thank you.